It's right in there, Pughshee.
I'm writing something about fuck you and fuck the system.
It's been a minute since we recorded.
Fuck listening to things. Hearing is a joke.
Wait! Don't tell our listeners that.
Oh, my bad.
Keep your ears open. Keep using them ears.
Yeah, hearing is actually really good and really positive for one's mentality. And we actually genuinely appreciate you as people. So now to lie to you some more. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, let me see that vape. Ooh.
No, mine is
this watermelon. Oh. Where's my Red Bull at? You want to try some Red Bull?
Yeah, I want some Red Bull, bro. Also, this fucking glass isn't finished. You started this preemptively. He's a piece of shit.
That's all right. Well, we can talk about the Mango Rex a little bit. Before we even get into cracking a can, though, I got to acknowledge we haven't been recording as much lately. We've been working on a lot of things. It's not that we're not focused on cracking a can.
It's the big move, bitches.
We've been doing a lot of big things. We're going to have a studio soon. I might be changing my line of work. There's just a lot of
all to be reported in the future. We will let you know what's happening. We'll let you know how it's being done.
We try to keep you updated, especially if you want the best updates you can get. You can follow us on Instagram. It's cracka_can. Crack_can. You'll find most of the updates there, and Twitter, which is crack_can. That's basically where you'll find any information that's not on the podcast. Before we even crack a can, talk about this Mango Rex a little bit. So we got a Mango Rex.
That's what it was called, Mango Rex?
Yeah, it's a Mango Rex. It's by Imprint Brewing and Flying Facility Brewing. It's a collaboration beer. Mango.
Flying Facility is the one we were just looking at. That's the new upstart.
Yeah, they just started in 2020.
Shout out to Flying. What was it? Flying what?
Flying Facility Brewing.
Flying Facility. Fantastic beer, man. I don't know what they collaborated to this beer or, what the deal was. I know you weren't a huge fan of it yourself. I thought it was fantastic. I would personally give it an 8. Like it's like a almost like a milkshake, but it's got like fruit like taste to it.
Yeah, a lot of these sours are definitely like that. They got this that's why a lot of my freeze. Right. Because you get
that one would be far less good if it weren't very cold or like frozen.
See, like I had it not frozen and it wasn't so great. Sorry about all the noise. We're setting up a little camera. That way we have some Instagram footage for you guys. Just trying to get the right angle for us.
Instagram pussies.
That's pretty much perfect. That's pretty much good.
You can see how short I am.
I don't know how long the clip's going
to be. Nobody make fun of how short I am in the comments, please. I'm actually quite sensitive about it.
Yeah, I thought the Mango Rex was good, but I'm just not a huge coconut fan, so it didn't really sit with you. I'm going to take another little sip of yours, if that's all right. Please. I definitely have to say it's definitely better frozen. I threw it in the freezer for 2 hours. That's usually the sweet spot for a lot of these sours. Throw these thick sours in the freezer.
A solid hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
You get a nice beverage.
Way good. Kill that so we can crack a can for the viewers.
Hold on, bro. I'm trying to let my stomach settle. Fuck the viewers.
Settle. They want to see you puke. What do you mean?
On camera?
Yeah. They want to see you puke on camera and ruin my rug.
Okay, you're moving.
Switch back. Give him my Red Bull.
Man, fuck you and your Red Bull.
Do we want to rest this out a little bit?
No.
All right. Straight. You're fine with that?
Yeah, just pour it on top. I don't give a fuck. Beer is
That'll actually mix probably fine with your. Oh no, they're down in the freezer. I refroze them.
Oh my god, viewage froze. I thought he did this before. I think we left off on. I thought he did this before, so we're good.
So we'll open back up with a can cracking noise.
Hey,
So we got 2 cans to crack today.
2 of them?
Yeah, you're gonna crack the smoothie a la mode, the orange pineapple smoothie a la mode.
How slim my can is. That's sexy.
It's a beautiful can. I'll let you do the honors.
You'll let me do it? All right, I'm gonna lead this one.
And then I got the Dankenberry Boysenberry Bergamot Puffsicle.
That sounds very intricate.
Both imprints.
Both delicious, hopefully.
I really hope so. I think the Dankenberry is going to be good. I'm a really big fan of the boysenberries. I tried that.
Like it'll be very good.
I had gotten us each one. I tried one the other day. I threw a rating up on the beer reviews. You can go check that in the highlights on our Instagram.
Now you're gonna have to check out mine, bitches.
Well, you're gonna have to give your review right now. I won't even tap in on my review about it.
Right.
I thought it was delicious. It's probably. I don't remember what rating.
Let's get to cracking so I can try this bitch out. Let y'all know what I think.
Oh, yeah. Careful with your crack.
I got a little crack early. She's a little soggy, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, let's see what they did here.
Oh, she's a smoochie to the T, bro. She don't want to come out.
Yeah, we might have to cut the can, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What we should do is create a vent hole and crunch it.
Yeah. You're the man with the knife and the plan.
I love knives and plans.
Yes. If you
this is quite difficult. If you're not up for a difficult beer experience, don't get yourself a smoothie. But if you're up for a good experience, no matter the cost,
there is a hole in mine now.
Fuck them. Fuck them. I'm cutting it.
Mine'll sit right here. Like, oh god, it won't sit.
It won't sit. Sitting is for losers.
All right,
we're not sitting. We're actually standing and midgets.
Boysenberry bergamot puffsicle. Wow, this guy. I don't know if you can catch this on the camera, but oh my god, does it have a crazy look to it? That cloudiness is from the beer, not. Oh, iPhone.
Oh, iPhone.
iPhone 4 is full. All right. That's enough with the video content. If you're checking out the video on Instagram, understand why it cut out. My phone is out of storage. If you guys could help us out with that, more views could get me a better phone.
It could, theoretically. And it could also get me less AIDS.
This is like cancer. I don't understand.
Man, I just brought up AIDS and you bring up cancer. I don't even know what you're trying to fucking pull off here.
Wow. I'm a big fan. I've tried that. I don't even
try it out again.
I don't even. All right, I will because it's delicious. I knew you were gonna like this. You can't not.
Ooh.
Smoothies are always a win. Boysenberry bergamot puffsicle.
Man, we've been doing so well with beer lately.
Oh yeah, because that's why we upped our game.
Right.
I told you, these crazy craft beers that are coming out of these like special breweries. I don't even know what to call them.
Craft breweries.
Yeah, but it's like a fruit craft. Like certain IPA guys, like they don't really like
appreciate this type of stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just another end of the culture.
That's how things fluctuate, man.
Yeah, and dude,
this is just a new era of beer.
They're gonna be so successful with these.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's if this is the recipe that they're sticking to, I don't give a shit if they're fucking $7 a beer. I would drink this shit for $7 a beer. And I genuinely hope, and I can't speak on this because I don't know how their tap house or whatever you want to call it goes. But if you're at, this is Imprint, you said predominantly. Imprint. I know you said it's a mix, but
well, not that one. The Mango Rex was. These are both imprints.
I genuinely hope if you go to Imprint, this is how you want that beer.
Yeah, I mean, if you go
to Imprint, don't get this beer liquid form. You need this like this.
Yeah, you take it home and you freeze it.
Right, right. If you can get it draft, don't do it. And it's not that I don't think it would be good.
It's still
draft.
good, but yeah, it's so much way more worth freezing it.
Now,
Did you try the boysenberry?
Yeah, I did. I'm gonna try it again. I actually thought initially that this one was probably even better.
It's delicious, but I wouldn't say it's better.
No, I wouldn't say it's better now either. It's got a little more sour quality to it, which is nice.
It doesn't freeze as nice as the smoothies do. Smoothies are like almost meant to freeze, I feel like.
Right. And you can the texture, you can feel it in the texture that it's meant to freeze. I don't know if maybe they add more lactose.
It's more so the fruit. They're made with real fruit.
Okay. Is that what you think that creates that congealing factor that makes
juices,
it? Yep. Okay. Perhaps. I don't know.
It's like that mix of like alcohol and juice. Like it wants to freeze, but it won't quite.
Right.
It got that perfect slush factor. And along with 450 North, I believe they're called 450 North Brewing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they do a lot of the slushies.
Yes, which, we love them bitches.
So you can freeze
a lot of that's one of the huge upcoming things in the craft beer scene. So if you're unaware, and you're, if you work in a craft beer fucking industry and you're unaware of the
slushies and smoothies
type scene, get into it, man. Please. We want to review your content.
We want your fermented fruits.
Right? And that sounds sexier than it ever will actually be. We want that.
Wow. I'm too busy enjoying this damn beer. And more to come, but we're going to continue getting the RARs and the imprints and the 450 Norths. We're going to keep trying to get those for you.
Good variety.
But we're also going to do a lot of the local breweries still. If I head off to Rhode Island, like I'm possibly planning to do, I'll be hitting some Rhode Island breweries as well.
I should hit one up while I'm in Wyoming.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. You should bring... we should be getting beers from everywhere. I'm talking to a guy from North Dakota, trying to figure out ways to get some beer from over there.
Right.
New Jersey. So there's a lot of things in the works. New studio coming soon. We might have multiple studios.
Sound equipment.
We bought a lot of sound equipment. We've been investing in the podcast heavily. That's why I don't want you guys to give up on us and think we're dropping off. I think I'm gonna post this one immediately. It might end up getting posted. I still need to post the St. Patty's Day one, the last one that we recorded.
No, you do.
Yep.
I would post this one, and then we'll just pick up whenever we start again. Let's not be playing the game of like a week behind when it comes to certain things. We need to start planning.
I want to be posted ahead. I want to be posted and have planned a week ahead. Right. I want to start doing this the right way for you guys. I want to be really professional. We got sponsorship things we're talking about.
Fuck yeah.
Random entertainment media in a whole is going somewhere.
You don't know shit about where we're going, baby.
Which make sure to go follow Random Entertainment Media on Instagram. You'll see our game streamers. We got Mr. Tice. We got The Toad Gaming.
Oh.
Yeah.
Both very good.
And we got a buddy of mine, Mike. He'll be doing a lot of retro gaming as well.
Oh, I know that guy. I love it.
Yeah. I don't want to name drop him too heavy. He might have
whatever he comes up with his screen name, we both know who he's talking about. We'll give you his information when that time comes. Everybody loves retro gaming.
Let's just say there's going to be a lot of nostalgia in it.
Right. And if I know anything about this fella specifically, his commentary is going to be goofy and fucking just, you know how this person is. He's just a goofy fuck, and that's what we like about him.
It'll be good content for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we're trying to do is produce the best content for you guys. We're working on a couple of other podcasts. People that want to start podcasts. We'll be the guys representing.
We're your branch into that shit.
Yeah.
So we may not be anywhere very much yet, but fucking
2 years from now, I'm hoping to be signing a bunch of individuals from other places.
Shit. I give it a year from now.
You give it a year?
I give it a year.
I'm giving it 2 years just to be safe, but yeah, I see it happening. We're gonna do big things. This new job opportunity that I'm considering, I might be able to pull in the income that I pull in in a year within 5 months.
A very
pleasing idea.
A very interesting but suspicious sounding proposition to people who haven't been posed.
If you're wondering, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it's a sales job. I'd be making commissions. It's really going to have to do with how hard I hustle. And
why don't we do a special on it?
We will do a special. I'm planning on having the person who got me involved in this, aka I don't like to call them this, but recruiter. I'm going to have him on the podcast. He's going to be a guest on the podcast. Right. I don't know when. I'm not going to give you guys a date.
Also,
it may be soon. It may be later.
At some point, likely.
He'll be a part of Random Entertainment as well. So there's just so many things going on. I can't wait to just unload it all on them. The video content's going to be crazy. I think we're going to have a vlog channel eventually, especially if I have that much free time after this.
What are we uploading? Because now that it's getting nice out, we have no excuses. What's the boxing match going on?
Have we ever even talked about this on the air?
We have talked about it on the air, bro.
Me and Pughshee?
Yes. Let's go. Now is the time of year. It's beautiful out. What better time to get Pughshee knocked out?
Oh, it'll be interesting. You're 6'2"? 6'4". 6'4", man, 200 pounds.
I'm about 210.
Whoa! All right, so I need to stop giving you these because these are like 1,300 calories a pop.
Yes. He's helping the machine grow.
All right, so I need to fight you soon before you're a 250-pound monster.
That's fair.
Oh, fuck.
For that to work, I'd need to actually work out.
210, 6'4" versus 170, 5'8".
He used to outweigh me. Don't let him fool you.
And we used to weigh the same.
And we weighed.
You fluctuate a lot in the past 6 months. This is nuts.
Yeah, in the past 6 months,
you went from 160 to 190, back down to like 175, and then back up to like 200, and then now you're at 210.
Yeah,
that's nutty.
Yeah, so I've gained about 40 to 50 pounds in the past half a year.
What the hell is your girlfriend feeding you?
I don't know. I think I'm secretly dying.
Secretly dying? I think you would be losing weight if that was the case.
I don't know. That sounds suspicious to me.
You know what they say in the old days? The fatter you are, the more money you have.
That's exactly why I'm contributing to this outdated.
It's like, look at this economy right here. Look at this big old belly economy.
That's what I'm actually saying with my physique, is that the economy is extraordinary and that I don't give a fuck about anything.
Extraordinarily inflated, but I'm not going to get into that.
Speaking of extraordinary, bro.
Yo, alright, so we're going to talk about the guy who brought his fucking truck in the fucking water.
Whistling Diesel, baby.
So he was already famous back in the summer when he brought his fucking truck.
I think that was about 2 or 3 years ago at this point.
Really?
Yeah, about 2 years ago. Yeah.
I remember Barstool Sports covered it. Dude, he had the truck in the fucking ocean.
In the Gulf of Mexico.
Driving next to a fucking boat.
He brought a fucking, probably like an 04, 05 Duramax. With the fucking...
That was the same Duramax that he got stuck in the fucking... So he got that thing stuck in a fucking creek.
Yep.
And said, I'm going to bring it into the Gulf of Mexico.
It wasn't...
What the fuck kind of idea was that?
So that...
Where's the line? Did he build it bigger?
Yeah, well, he put more tires on it, so it had air on either side to keep it afloat. Like, the counterballast of the air was more...
It was floating? That was what it was doing?
Yeah. Yeah, he was
I saw it kind of bobbing, but I was like...
What the fuck's that? You're like, is the truck big enough to drive in the Gulf?
Yeah,
and
so I'm like,
oh shit,
but then I saw how far out he was. I'm like, there's no way. He's floating this shit.
No way, bro. He floated that motherfucking truck, probably like an 8,000 or 9,000 pound truck without the wheels that he put on, which plus the wheels probably would have made it over 10,000 pounds. So
still heavy. It's still just as heavy as a boat.
Boats are pretty light, relatively speaking. I don't like a fiberglass boat. Like, it depends on how big you're talking about. Let's put it next
to a fucking 40-footer.
I mean, it's probably about 10,000 pounds, but that would be because it has 2 engines on board usually.
Yep, and then how many people?
Well, the people usually doesn't make the difference. I'm talking about the total weight of the vehicle.
What? 4 men could be fucking 1,000 pounds right there.
Could be.
And they're built to hold like 10 people.
Yeah.
So, either way, that's a fucking heavy ass truck to be thrown in the water. And he had how many tires on it?
I think he had 4 on every. No, I think he had 2 on every
spindle or every axle.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I think he had 8.
I want to know how fucking big these knobs were. Like, these were motors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume, because they need them flaps.
They were like inch fucking knobs.
That's it?
They were big.
I would think they'd be bigger. Like, because these things need to be like paddles.
I was going to say, he should have used sand paddles for the rear.
Yes.
Right. And then fucking...
He did not?
No, he didn't.
Nuts.
And they actually make, and I don't know what they're called, but there's like a sand... So basically, when you're moving through sand, like with tires and shit, there's ones where the grooves are like the paddles, obviously, to get
that's
the
exactly
momentum.
what I'm thinking. And they're kind of curved.
And then there's
to the
front
offset.
ones where it has like linear grooves. So it can kind of direct the sand.
Those wouldn't be as useful.
They wouldn't be as useful.
But the back ones.
But the back ones would be very useful.
Yeah, they act like almost like fucking like paddles and rudders.
Now, keep in mind, this dude had like 6 foot tall tires.
Yeah.
So
but now here's the thing.
You'd probably have a very tough time getting those in
I hope that boat next to him was like his buddy's like, all right, just in case this thing sinks.
He was pulling him at one point just to get him further out into the Gulf and shit. It's so funny.
Oh, so that he can get the shot, and then he pull me back in.
Right. It was more or less there in case he ran out of gas because there was enough air in the tires to stay afloat. But he had the boat there in case he needed to be towed back to port.
So that thing could just float in the water. Just sit there.
Yep. A huge truck. It was pretty incredible. If you've never seen it,
dude, if you were out on the water that day, like just looking like, oh, there's a truck. There's a fucking truck. Like, is
that a Duramax to my left? I'm sorry, to my starboard.
So there's a Robalo. He's got a windmill. Is that a fucking Chevy?
Damn, that's a nice Chevy. Where's the sale?
Where do you dock that thing?
Dude, he legit pulled it straight into a fucking, like a marina, like a docking marina. On a trailer, on like...
Oh, you mean to drop it in?
No, well, hold on, let me finish. He brought it in on a trailer on like 30-inch tires, like 30-inch street tires.
Yeah.
Something like a Jeep Wrangler would fucking rock, like, regularly. And so he took it off. They jacked it up. They started throwing the big tires on. Yeah,
that's so great,
dude.
Well, because you can't tow it like that,
right?
You're not going to be able to tow it like that.
Imagine
the wheels are going to be hanging.
If they tried to tow him like that,
the edges of the trailer would probably get stuck between the wheels.
Well, not only that, but
it'd be off the fucking thing. You wouldn't have a way. You'd have to strap it to the
Your
chassis.
tires would be fucking 4 foot off of each side of the tow truck, even if they could.
You would need 4 red flags for that fucking tow job.
Yeah.
You'd have to hang a flag off each wheel.
I'd put at least 7 on it.
Yeah, like all right, I'm not getting pulled over by DOT. That's just nutty, though. I feel like that's what brought that guy so much fame, though. What has he been doing recently, though?
All right, so funny you should ask, actually. Recently, he got fucking... He actually shot himself in the head with the ricochet of one of his own firearms. And
it seems pretty retarded, if you ask me.
Yeah, no
Somebody's
shit.
Supposed to really, really understand
firearm safety for the purposes of, like making money and shit.
Sorry for the sound. I'm crunching the can.
Yo, fuck yo sound.
Well, dude, that fucking hole in the can leaked all over my desk. Oh, and now I got no Frankenberry picture.
Give it the old slurp. No, you sure don't. We're still going to upload it, though.
Yeah, you get the crushed Frankenberry on the review pic.
Yeah. We're going to let you know what we thought. I personally thought the Frankenberry was way better than I thought it would be. What did you give that one?
We did not give it a rating.
We didn't give it a rating? I'd give it an 8.
You didn't give your...
No, I gave that also an 8.
8?
Yeah, 8's across.
You gave the Mango Rex an 8.
Yeah.
What'd you give the Smoothie?
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave the Smoothie an 8.
Okay, so you give everything an 8.
I think the Mango Rex I would give a 7.
You gave it an 8.
Did I?
That's why, yeah.
In comparison to the Smoothie,
I think you gave it an 8, because that's why I gave it a 7.5 for the Mango Rex, remember?
Right, so 7.5's the overall. Okay.
I already gave the Smoothie a rating.
If that's the case, I'm giving that one a 9, and I'd give that one also a 9.
Yeah. I think we got to be a little bit more stricter. So many 8s and 9s. I think, not with these, I'm saying just in general.
Right.
Keep going. Yeah, I got a little bit of a mess on my table. I'm going to give it a second. He shot himself with a shrapnel. He's all right, though.
50 cal.
50 cal shrapnel.
Square in the forehead. It was a ricochet that came off of... I forget what he's shooting at, but obviously I would presume it would be, steel plates, because that's probably the only thing that's going to ricochet a 50. Otherwise, that shit's embedding itself in there.
Yeah, even if you use bulletproof glass, that shit's not ricocheting that way. You might get a glass shard,
right?
But not a bullet shard. That bullet's not breaking like that on the glass like that.
It's only dispersing within.
Yeah, it's gonna disperse within past the first fucking layer at least. Right. So it wasn't bulletproof glass. It wasn't no jug. It wasn't no.
So he got fucking whacked. And I've been trying to find the footage, but
whatever it was, it wasn't hollow.
Doesn't exist. What the thing he shot?
Yeah, whatever.
It actually really depends on the type of thing that he shot.
It could be steel.
It could have been steel, depending on the shape of it.
But that's about it, though. I mean, I guess I'm glad he's okay.
For sure. All right.
Oh, you stole my headphones. I see how it is.
Oh.
I guess I get the pink ones.
Man, we took a little break there for a minute.
Slick ass motherfucker.
I swiped his headphones.
I know, it wasn't even an ad break either because we don't do those no more.
I gotta be honest with you. I prefer those headphones.
Yeah, they're fresh, right?
100%.
Hold on, switch it back.
Are we? All right,
yeah, musical headphones. Hey, that's kind of ironic. That's ironic. Musical headphones.
I wanted
musical chairs, but it's actually like headphones play music. Ha ha.
Speaking of playing music, bro, what do you make about that knockout? That shit was vicious. Ngannou versus Pughshee.
Do you think he was hearing fucking bells?
With the way that guy hit him, I think he was hearing ringing. Fucking death itself.
He heard church bells ringing.
Man, let me tell you. And I can't speak for anybody else here. I know what I was thinking when this fight first started, but
this is which fight?
Stipe and Francis Ngannou. It's one of the ones.
Yes. And the Stipe fight. That was the main card. That was the main card.
Right. We'll actually get into it with the DraftKings thing. I was gonna throw some money down in this fight, and it turns out that it was a good thing I didn't. And
on the underdog, right?
Stipe was the underdog, yes, sir.
Yeah.
But he was also the guy who won their previous fight.
Yeah.
I
had money on Stipe, remember? I had money on Stipe. I lost both my bets. I had 2 bets on Stipe, and I lost both of them.
You had 2 of them on Stipe specifically?
I believe so. I'll check the app right now.
I know you had one on Tyron Woodley.
I did have one on Tyrone Woodley, who was also an underdog. That was my free bet because I had just signed up for DraftKings.
Which would have been my bet if I signed up. You can never count Tyron Woodley out. And that motherfucker was fighting a great fight until he, until he wasn't, unfortunately. He ended up getting fucked up pretty quick up there.
Let's see.
We're checking out some
So, yeah, I had $25 wager on Stipe and then another $25 wager on Stipe. I put them on 2 different times. That's why.
That's okay.
But, yeah, so I lost $50 on Stipe. And then I lost nothing on Tyrone Woodley because that was a free bet. It was a $100 free bet. If he would have won, I would have made $200.
Yeah, that would have been dope.
I would have made $100 profit.
Right.
It would have came out with $200.
Well, no, it realistically would have been $200 profit because it was a free bet.
Stipe put up a good fight, but I guess he fell through. Towards what?
He really didn't put up a good fight. What's that?
But I felt like he came out kind of strong.
He did come out really sharp.
That's what I mean. He put up a good fight until he was just somehow I don't know if he winded himself or he just. I think the other guy was just the better fighter.
Unfortunately,
that day at least.
From what I saw, and I always up to this point, I said number 1, Stipe is the best heavyweight to ever do it.
I feel like Stipe has the capability to beat that guy. It's just for some reason day wasn't his day.
He does have the capability. So here's one piece of the puzzle that's actually pretty interesting if you follow the math. So when Stipe beat Francis the first time, I believe he weighed in at 242 pounds, something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And when they fought the second time, and for Stipe's previous 2 or 3 fights, but this is the general theme, for his last fight, I believe he weighed in at 231. So he was 11 pounds less.
Last fight.
For this technically last fight, yes.
Why was he 11 pounds less? Was he cutting weight?
No, so
what made him lose that weight? It's probably stress.
That's a very interesting part of the speculation as to why Stipe lost.
Do we have an inside look on Stipe's personal life?
So, no, not necessarily, but I can give you some certain things that might fill that in. Mm-hmm. So, number 1, the guy's. During the COVID pandemic, he's number 1 a firefighter. He's a full-time firefighter. Stipe, yes, sir.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you, Stipe. I really appreciate all of our frontliners, the firemen, the EMS, and the police. I support all of them.
He's also a first responder. I believe he's some type of EMT.
Yeah, I mean, firefighters are first responders too, but yes.
Right.
Yeah,
I believe he's also some type of EMT. I could be wrong about that one.
Wow.
But regardless, this guy is a model citizen of a human being.
And he seemed like he had really good character and sportsmanship. Right. Like, whenever I've seen
he's
him.
Always that guy.
I'm not as habitual as you are with watching the UFC, but I've seen a few clips and stuff.
You know who he is.
Stipe's a very respectful guy. He's a fighter that you can respect as a fighter.
I forget exactly what they were calling.
No matter who you are, you can't.
I think they called him the People's Champion because he's
just a model.
His
champion.
Main job,
like you can't fuck with it. You can't be a negative about him.
Right. His career, despite having been the most successful UFC champion to ever live up to this point, is legitimately he's a fireman. Like that's his.
Could you imagine
job.
Like your house being on fire, or like you're choking on a chicken wing, and the guy who saves you is
heavyweight
fucking
champion of the world, Stipe Miocic.
Yeah. Like the guy who fucking just sees Dana White when he's fucking gotta fucking talk business. Right. Like what? And it's dude, I'm gonna find where he fucking does this EMT and firefighter shit. I'm gonna start a fire and fucking choke on a chicken wing. Not giving you guys any fucking ideas. Stop it. Stop thinking. Don't do that. He'll fucking punch you and knock you out.
And he's a dangerous man.
If you start a fire and go, Steve, can I have your autograph? He's gonna punch you in your face. I hope he does.
Well, I was gonna say he probably won't, but he should.
He probably won't because he's a model citizen. But I really hope he punches you in the face if you do that. Don't do that. I'm just making jokes. Yeah, I really don't want like one day we become famous and like somebody's like, oh my god, I want to meet Stipe. Like, where'd you come up with this? Crack a can. We got fucking lawsuits coming. Like, oh no.
I don't want this. But dude, and Stipe is getting very overlooked for the rematch, which I think is a horrible fucking thing to do to the guy because he's been the most successful champion. He's such a great champion, and he needs to get this rematch like whenever he's ready. Like number one, if he's not going to be ready for 8 months, like there should be a fight in between, 100%. You know what I mean? 2 fights if Francis can manage, but he deserves this rematch when he's ready.
You think he just deserves it?
Yeah, 100%.
You don't think he has to fight some more fights?
No, they're 1-1, 100%. And he was the champ going into the second fight.
It's a draw at this point.
Yeah, they're 1-1 going into their trilogy.
Yeah, I want to see the third fight within the next 6 months.
Right.
I want to see the third fight within the next 6 months, or I fucking cancel Dana White.
So almost definitely the next 6 months won't happen because Stipe's, like we were just saying, a first responder. He pretty much fights like every 8 months.
That seems kind of ridiculous.
It is quite ridiculous. It is within the rules.
He definitely doesn't fight as often as my boy Jorge.
No. Especially not Jorge before all this hype.
You ready for this next main card fucking pay-per-view?
Oh, man. And we're not 100% sure about that.
It's April 27th, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
So that would make it the next main card.
Yeah.
So, or pay-per-view card.
I can tell you right now what day it is.
I think you're right. I'm just saying it's...
April 24th. My bad. I was wrong.
Right.
April 24th. Jorge Masvidal versus Usman.
Oh man, hold on.
Kamaru.
We also have Holland.
You said this was probably not the bet to make.
Out of the 3 you were discussing.
Yeah, you said the Stipe bet was probably better than this Jorge one. So now I'm thinking, oh my god, I just lost $50.
So I've been a fan of the sport for a long time, and he told me
Usman's an animal.
What's that?
Usman's an animal. Don't
get me wrong. An animal.
But I did this. I'm the underdog bettor. If I'm betting, I'm betting underdog.
You want to bet somebody with lower odds, otherwise you're fucking betting for stupidly low.
Well.
Earnings.
Say you got $10,000 to play around with though. $10,000 on a knowing winner fight. You're just making money. That's all you're doing.
You never know the winner.
Yes, especially with UFC fights.
I was gonna say, because like, in my opinion, going into that card, I knew Stipe was gonna win that fight.
So how about? So you were wrong.
I was, 100%. I knew he was gonna win that fight. In my opinion, he's such a significantly better fighter. But he was just.
I feel like his track record's so much better too than Ngannou.
It's not so much better. Ngannou. Yeah.
Ngannou. I'm sorry. Ngannou Francis.
Francis Ngannou. Yeah. he is.
They put it that way though. They put the last name, first name.
Right.
Ngannou Francis. Francis Ngannou. I love that name, by the way.
It has a beautiful name actually. And he is, in my opinion, the more technical and better fighter.
How do you say Stipe's last name?
Miocic.
Miocic?
Yeah.
Stipe Miocic is even cooler, too. They both sound like anime characters.
Right. Well, Stipe's...
And they fight like ones, too.
Right. Stipe's actually Croatian. His family's from Croatia.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yo, all these guys got some crazy-ass backgrounds. Like they ain't like, oh... I'm Jerry from Idaho.
Right.
No, no. You get Jorge Masvidal and fucking Usman.
Who's from Nigeria.
Yeah, and Stipe Miocic. And Ngannou Francis Ngannou.
So here's something
like, what the fuck?
So here's something you might find interesting. We currently have 3 UFC champions who are all African born. Including Francis Ngannou.
Doesn't surprise me.
Me neither. But it's their first opportunity to really have been
involved. No offense to any other race. African race is pretty dominant in a lot of fucking features.
Well, so here's some factual things, right? Number one, we are 99% sure we're descended from Africa, right?
Everything?
The human race.
The human race descended from Africa.
Yeah, it's called the Afrocentric theory, right? But here's the point.
Theory, though.
Everything's a theory.
Well, no, not everything's a theory. Some things are facts.
Well, you can prove something,
things that far back are theories. Yes.
Well, you can still prove something and refer to it as a theory. Yeah. However, I will grant you the only reason this hasn't been proven is because the only reason we believe it is because Africa is the continent in which we have found our oldest archaeological bone evidence of the oldest humans.
But that also could have to do with preservation. Like certain places can't preserve things as well.
Funny enough, I was actually thinking about this earlier. And regardless, besides the point.
But that's a little bit of a tangent. But we can do that.
It is very big. It is very.
That
big
would have a lot to do with it, right?
It for sure would.
But frozen areas, which wouldn't have been inhabitable back then,
right? They would have less evolution.
They wouldn't have had people there,
right?
Because they couldn't inhabit it
until they got them in the year 900.
If they saw that shit, they're like, "Oh, turn around."
Right. We don't like this.
Don't you remember Oregon Trail? Them motherfuckers were dying of dysentery.
Dysentery's the shit. Get it?
Leave it down in the comments or give us a like if you know the fucking reference.
Sure. If you don't get the Oregon Trail reference, get off of our fucking podcast. You're 7.
I didn't give the reference name. You gave them the reference. Now they're just gonna be like Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. You fucking.
Well, do you know what the Oregon Trail is? Leave us what the Oregon Trail is down in the description. And if you tell us it's a documentary, I'll tell you you're a fucking fool. If I see documentary in the comments, I will comment fool.
And if you tell us about the historical context in which people used to take, the Mormons specifically at certain points in time, but used to take a trail known as the Oregon Trail, you can go fuck yourselves. You're a piece of shit. You don't know what we're talking about, and you're the worst kind of human being. And I hope you die in a fire. Thank you.
He doesn't mean that. He loves all individuals.
Minus people who die in fires.
Well, yeah, because they're dead now. But
exactly.
you can love the memory of them.
I do. Doesn't mean they were bad people.
But they didn't die in a fire. You want to know why? Because Stipe saved them.
He did.
You know what else? Lego houses don't catch on fire.
Like they don't.
That's why my house is gonna be built out of fucking Legos. My fucking childhood.
Crazy enough, bro. Did you ever see? There was a guy a couple years ago. He built not necessarily a mansion. I think it was like a five bedroom house out of Legos in England. But he got like fined by his I don't know, locality, I guess you could call it.
His township,
right?
For having
his township,
structure?
His locality.
Because he didn't permit the structure.
It wasn't permitted, and it was a structure that was unlicensed. Yeah. Anyway,
because wait, I can attest. I can kind of like understand this. So like as a kid and still to this day, I'm really into BMX, skateboarding, and scootering, all of those action sports. And we used to always want half pipes in our backyards and stuff like that. The township doesn't want your half pipe above the fucking fence. They don't even want you to have it.
No.
The homeowner's insurance does not like the idea of a half pipe.
No,
it just none of it works. We're in New Jersey. None of it fucking works.
Now that we're
if you want a fucking backyard skate park, live in Florida.
Now that we're adults, tell me it doesn't make sense that a half pipe in the backyard wouldn't make a homeowner's insurance more.
Yeah, homeowner's insurance should be more expensive. Like it's all like as an adult, it all makes sense, but it's still fucking dumb. Like if you own a house, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
100%.
If you hurt yourself on that half pipe, that should be your problem. If somebody else hurts themselves on that half pipe, they shouldn't be allowed to sue you.
Right.
That's why you do fucking waivers. Right. You set that thing up as a fucking LLC. You do that, right?
So you think these people should have to sign a waiver before they get on your half pipe?
Yes, they should have to sign a waiver before, and
100%.
you should turn it into a business.
Yes,
you should be able to write it as a tax write-off.
Right.
That's something I've been thinking about for a long time now. So like these, like say you put a half pipe and a couple of ramps in your backyard.
Right.
You should be able to write that off, like make it a business, right?
Sure.
So people come, they can pay you a subscription. They could not pay you at all, right? This could be a complete loss.
Sure.
They should have to sign waivers.
Yes, the waiver is the most important part.
And the build can be a tax write-off.
Right. Certainly could.
Why the fuck not? Let's make that happen. Make it normal. Normalize backyard skate parks. Because people don't like to let BMX bikes in fucking skate parks in general because of insurance reasons.
That's wild.
Yeah. So let's normalize backyard skate parks. Get the whole waiver thing. And then here's the other problem, though. People can still get sued even though the waivers. So you got to be really careful. Don't use this podcast as a judgment. Talk to your local officials. Talk to your fucking... your local officials, talk to your landlord and or your fucking... if you're doing this in a rental, you probably shouldn't. So just don't do this in a rental. If you own the house, talk to your fucking local officiaries and get clearance for this type of things. And talk to an accountant. See if you can do this. Because I want to normalize that.
Right.
Normalize backyard skate parks. Fuck homeowners insurance. This shouldn't be... It should honestly lower your homeowner's insurance because you're running a business out of your home.
You know, and I don't mean to get, and it's not necessarily political, but it's almost political. Like we've almost made good recreational fun illegal and or easily suable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in our area, like
you get hurt doing snowboarding, you're gonna get sued.
Right.
Oh, you get hurt at the trampoline park, they're gonna sue you.
Right.
Oh, the fucking amusement park ride stopped for an hour and you were at the top of it? You're getting sued by every person on the fucking cart.
Right.
Like, this is bullshit. Yo, if you're going to do something fun, something bad happens, oh fucking well.
Right. You understand the risks that you're taking when you sign up for certain fucking, You
go fucking skydiving and there's an accident, don't blame the guy who brought you skydiving.
And
you went skydiving.
For the record, I'm not saying
if there's negligence involved.
Hold on.
Don't get me wrong.
Let me clarify. And 100% if there's negligence involved. If you're going on a fucking Six Flags roller coaster and you understand the risks and somehow you end up with a broken collarbone, 100% that is not one of the things that should have happened. You have every legal right to fucking take any action you see fit.
Listen.
But that's not...
So here's my thing. Ready?
Ready.
I know one of the guys that helped build King Ka at Six Flags. Don't ride King Ka.
Right. Amen.
And now you're not going to go to fucking amusement parks. Oh, well, if you knew everything behind everything, you probably wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't, yeah. 100%.
Stop living your life in fear. Stop suing people for dumb shit that happens, all right? Sue the guy who fucking hits you when he's drunk driving.
And that's why, I enjoy fucking, I don't know if you enjoy roller coasters, but...
Love them. I still ride King Ka. I don't care that my fucking uncle helped build it.
Right. 100% though, and that's how I feel. Like I've never rode King Ka specifically.
No, he's probably
largely has to do with lines.
Let's just say, all right, just for the record, I have no understanding of his mechanical abilities and what he actually did for King Ka. And so, like, that's basically all I have to say. Right. So, like, I don't really know. Like, I'm not really speaking. I'm speaking out of pocket. But yo, construction workers, come on. People who are working on this stuff, come on.
I'm coming on.
Listen, can you say anything about it? Come on.
No.
Half of them are drinkers.
Oh my god. It almost doesn't even matter what profession you go into.
An alcoholic built what you are on right now.
if you're
under a roof right now,
right? An alcoholic built part of what you're living under. 100%.
I promise you.
Yeah, 100%.
If you're in the U.S., especially.
Yes.
I can almost guarantee you.
No,
unless your father, like, who's never touched alcohol
with his very own hands.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were there for every step of his life, that you can fucking guarantee that he never touched any alcohol.
So that's just a little fact for you.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm gonna go as far as say it's fact. So back to the Lego thing a little bit though. You're talking about that I built a Lego house.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Dude, we've been obsessed a little bit with the fucking Lego machines. Yeah. So ready?
I was showing him a couple really cool ones.
I'm really into that because
you gotta let me finish the Lego house though whenever
I will. I definitely will. I want to hear the end result.
Yeah.
So I used to be into robotics and Legos, and my field of interest was mechanical engineering. So we did robotic Lego structures, and we built. I went into a competition. It was a robotics competition. We programmed the robot and everything. It had sensors and all that fun stuff. We even 3D printed objects to mount to it.
That's what's up.
So we 3D printed a fan and a bubble wand. So we created a robot on wheels that follows you by sensor. Or you can remote control it, but it's way cooler to follow you. It'll follow you. The fan will spin. The bubble wand will spin. It'll go through the basin and pick up the bubbles. The bubble soap, I should say. Bubble soap or bubble liquid, whatever you want to fucking call it. And it'll blow the bubbles at you as you're walking.
I prefer bubble gas.
But you can't really run. So, like, it was a little slow on the slower side. I think it was because it was really basic engineering robotics. It was really for the learners. We got second place. We lost to a fucking robot that was built from the instructions. My fucking teacher was so angry. They did an instruction robot. They literally built one that is a pre-built robot that is in the instructions.
That I would be pretty fucking annoyed.
I was so fucking angry.
Yeah.
But then when it came to the programming thing, they did an individual contest for programming.
Right.
I got second place for that. Okay. Out of everybody individually. So our group project, we got second place, and our single individual test, which was programming, I got second place in the programming test.
All right.
Out of like 100 and some people.
Overall, not bad at all.
I can't really complain. It actually did give me $1,000 in scholarship money.
That we did not take advantage of.
No, I did use it.
Oh, you did?
I did use it. I went to school for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's what
you
told me about.
Yeah, I didn't, school's not for me. I'm going to become a millionaire without it, and I'm not going to go into debt.
All the best millionaires do.
Yeah, no, most of the millionaires that you look at didn't go to college.
Right.
So, I think the fucking Lego robotics fucking obsession. You need to start sending me those videos. We need to start watching more. Start building them, maybe
the tank and fuck. Oh, that'd be so cool.
I want to build a can cracker.
I was thinking, we were talking about Whistle Diesel earlier, and I've been recently interested in and looking into electronic skateboards. Mm-hmm. And now
you're talking electronic skateboards and Legos.
Well, we're getting in all kinds of weird shit right now.
Hold on, though. What happened to the guy's Lego house? Did they demolish it?
So I forget what ordinance he lived in within England, but basically he had to get rid of it. So he was offering it to people for 3 months.
Yeah, it was like an unlicensed
It was like a 90-day offer where he was willing to ship people 5 separate sections of the house.
Oh, ship it in sections because he became famous from it.
Right.
That's so awesome.
And nobody ended up taking it, so I believe it ended up having to be demolished.
I hope he kept the pieces.
I don't know.
It's not illegal to have totes of Legos.
Yeah.
It's illegal to have a structure that big that you can live in.
I'm sorry, sir. You must get rid of this house. I'm going to have 700 Lego totes.
Quick pause. Oh, damn, that was fucking terrible. That was sneeze? Wow.
That was.
That's the first sneeze on air.
I don't think it is.
That's the second sneeze on air. And
that was fucking foul. Get this man a barber.
On that
note, I will pause it. You go do things.
Hold down the fort.
All right, I'm gonna hold down the fort. We'll talk about stuff. Oh my god, you're dropping everything. I don't remember where we left off.
Lego house got destroyed.
Lego house. So yeah, this fucking British dude ended up spending tens of thousands of dollars to build in this fucking Lego house. And it was literally just the shell of a house. There wasn't running water or anything like that in this particular house. But realistically speaking,
you said tens of thousands?
Think about how many. Bless you. Think about how much a set of Legos costs, right?
Yeah, but
if you're getting a set of fucking Legos as big as my arms around, you're spending $100 this big around. Think about the perspective of this room. Shut up.
Did he have Legos saved from years and years and years?
He had a couple,
did he buy a couple of totes off of Lego?
Yeah, he had to buy a lot of Legos.
But there's always private sellers selling their kids whole Lego collection. It just kind of happens.
For sure, it does just kind of happen.
But I fucking love Legos. I think we're gonna have to build a Lego crack can sign. That'd be fucking sick. But other than that. Oh, you want to close? Whew, I keep sneezing, so I'm going to let Pughshee close out the episode today. Bitches. Make sure to follow all our social medias.
Are you closing or am I closing?
You're closing, motherfucker.
All right, thank you. Follow us on all kinds of social media. You know what platforms we're on. We're on Anchor. We're on fucking Spotify. We're on YouTube, etc. We're on everything. Follow us on all those. Follow us on Instagram. We have all kinds of weird fucking underscores and shit for that one, but you can find us if you need to.
Leave a comment, subscribe, and get the fuck out of our face.
Bitches.